Stay with us all for a 5-minute absolute round the world wrap up of this conference. Are you ready?
Yay!
Super. So here we have it. We started yesterday with deep reflection, taking reflection even more into who we are being as individuals and the impact we want to create on our world. And then we moved into Sameera's fabulous presentation that was extremely interactive. It supported us connecting together, and even in the session, we co-created. We then moved into such a thought-provoking session around enabling men to flourish. And we went again in the UK here to striving for social justice through career. That was powerful. We then had a live supervision session, some reflective practice, and a taster of what is coaching, mentoring, and supervision, and what ways does equality, diversity, inclusion, and belonging show up in our work as coaches, supervisors, and leaders. We then looked at different perspectives in the UK and Poland on using VR as a landscape, a platform for exploring different perspectives. And we moved then into the US, where we spoke to Sam Collins around equality and change for women and empowerment. And my take from that, I'm in the water already, I'm swimming, come join, let's go co-create positive, transformational, impactful, systemic change for the world. And then we went into a fabulous session, and this was from South America, unconscious bias, speaking out the right way. When you feel in an interview, unconscious bias is at play. What's in an interview? Such data was shared in that session. We then moved into an evening session in the UK with the rain behind Steve as he spoke about what if we became immune to ageism. And one of my takeaways from that was do what you love. And then here we had, again in the States, we had Kurt talking about systemic change, a way to really work together to create respectful workplaces. If we're happy at work, we actually produce more. It's a fact. And then fabulous awareness. We closed yesterday with Juan, who talked about inclusion and his experience of working with some great organizations, massive global companies such as Mercedes-Benz, and his personal perspectives of working with his disability. And then we moved into day 2, and we started this morning 6 hours ago in Pakistan with the amazing Dr. Lawrence Brown. And he talked about the way the curriculum needs to change for creativity, equality, belonging, and diversity. We then moved into an amazing session with Rom, who also needs a round of applause for the live streaming of this whole conference. Really appreciate your support from start to finish. And that session was so real, where people shared their real stories about things that have supported them and ways they work with their disability. And then we moved into digging for diamonds, was my takeaway, in the beautiful session with Jean-Francois, which was interactive, colourful. It brought in music and the arts and a way of reinventing the way we are. And then, wow, honestly, emotional, deep, powerful, and brave. Mary Justine Todd, that was a brilliant session about women and violence. and then into the storytelling and the takeaways there for us. There's the story and the experience. Move into the feelings and get across your message. And then wrapping up the whole thing and bringing us full circle around the world, back from Iran to Bahrain and Qatar. Compassion, creating and cultivating small from big, bringing in a way to manage our time, to have more time to do what the world needs from us. Iman, great session. Sameera, we have here our wrap up. And the one thing that I want to get across is remember the 7 C's. We've been curious. We've created an opportunity here together. We've become more conscious. We've shared knowledge. And let's go forward and capitalize, use this learning. Let's catapult this learning into the future in terms of who we're being in this world. Let's celebrate the small steps together and the giant leaps. I'm going to give one quote and then it's over to Sameera to share her take and we will close. So the key to seeing the world, the key to seeing from the world is developing the capacity not only to suspend our assumptions, our judgments, but to redirect our awareness towards the generative process, generative thinking. Together, we can create even more.
Thank you, Claire. Well, for me, these 2 days, Claire, was quite interesting and lots of deep learning. You know, I came across the idea of the DIE, DEI, EDI. And in these 2 days, I noticed that, you know, when I go through the literature and the videos about other creatures who are sharing this planet with us, and they have so much intelligence in them, right? The bats can talk to each other without even creating noise. The dolphins can do that. The ants work together, the bees. And based on our belief, we do believe that we are also special creatures. So EDI, it's what makes us human. Something that is not available in other creatures as far as I know. I mean, there is no ant that will say, this ant is a female ant and we will kill her or not give her a job to work with us. Or this bee has a different color, so we will not, you know, include them, let them work on a lower jobs. But we human beings have the choice, and embracing EDI and working with it from our family perspective, right down in the cell level, that's who we are, human. And that's my take.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So I invite you all now to just close your eyes for a few minutes. Just think about all that we've discovered and lock that learning in so you can continue to process it and use it in your life. And then bring yourself back to this place together. And I encourage you now to put some words in the chat. Last activity of the conference. What are you experiencing right now? Put those words in the chat and let's see what we've created. I love that idea, Mike. Absolutely, there's going to be papers from this. We want to tie in the videos, we'll be getting them out there. Absolutely, circles of discussion. We've got knowings and Soraya, connection. Feel like want to go straight, doing something. Insightful, reflective journey, excitement, how-to questions. Glad and highly connected. Embrace EDI is to be human. And there's one in Farsi that I can't read. Positive feeling, feel belonging. Artist time management, open-minded. I do feel ambition, a lot of ambition, amazing, brilliant, wow, fabulous. Accepting attitude of others, beautiful. And Dr. Mohammed, you're one of the ones who's attended so many of the sessions, so thank you especially for being here. And so, with a little sort of a little feeling of apprehension, and yet
Isn't
also
it, Claire, we feel
excitement.
connected to them, all of them, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. And to close, it feels slightly sad, just like when teams are ending after projects. There's that feeling of closure and excitement, and there is that belonging.
Isn't it? So they can all connect with us with all our programs in future, Claire, and can be with us in our future programs and future seminars. So if you want to be in touch, I'm going to just put a link of one of the forms. Of course, you can evaluate the sessions, but most importantly, we will have your email. And whenever we gather again and make one of these initiatives, you will be notified. And we're more than honored to have you with us.
Absolutely. And we have a community session once a month where one of our graduates is sharing their experiences. And we've got Michael Jackson here who's going to be speaking there. We've got Iman that you all know who's going to be speaking there down the line as well. So stay with us so that we can all share and learn even more together. Thank you. Well done to everyone. Should we all have a big high five?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent job.
High fives.
Yeah.
And enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Claire,
thank you.
Claire, you are right on my left. So do a virtual punch.
Okay, that way.
Okay, closer, 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 closer. And let me take a screen capture. Yeah. Here we go.
Cool.
Nice, cool pick.
Stay well.
I'd just like to say thanks very much, guys. I've really enjoyed having you putting this together. Thank you for your effort and your time, and thank you for such a great lineup. It's been a real joy to kind of pop in and listen to some of this stuff, and the learning's been really useful. So thank you very much for that. Appreciate it.
Thank you for the kind words, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. We're looking forward for your session, MJ.
So which one is that?
Project management coaching. Because
wow,
you're the expert on that, and we haven't had anyone speaking about coaching project managers.
I would have missed that.
From you.
So I just share something with you that I learned the other day, is because one of there's two aspects to project management. There's the traditional and there's this whole thing about agile and that sort of thing. But it was really interesting the other day. I was talking to somebody, and there's some of the learning that's coming out from Scrum Mastery and from agile coaching is all about allowing teams not to be managed, but to be self-managing. But a
True.
lot of the stuff you've been talking about within the EDI concept is also very much about allowing people to move towards a more heuristic kind of looking at the way they manage themselves as a team. So rather than having a hero leader, they actually, as a community, they work in leadership and that sort of. So some really interesting stuff coming out there. So I'm excited. I'm happy to share a lot of this stuff with you. So
I love
it's going to be good.
Looking forward. Looking
Shared
forward.
leadership.
Yep.
Shared ownership and responsibility. I think totally in line with EDI. Thank you. So enjoy the rest of your weekend and be safe. Go create your impact in the world. Thank you.